I've had a week of ups and downs with plants. We've got things in here that are growing really well due to the fact that they're actually in containers and they're off at ground, which is always going to help this time of year. And obviously the extra protection at greenhouse. And pretty much everything seems to be doing alright. We've got the odd thing that something's had a little munch at, like the broad beans, a favourite amongst slugs. And it looks like somebody's had a bit of a chew on one of those, but the rest of them are alright. Outside is a different story in other greenhouse. We've planted up loads Chinese cabbage, and we're surrounding them with olive leaves. We've tried surrounding them with bark, but unfortunately nothing seems to have created an effective barrier against these slugs and snails, and they've pretty much wiped the entire lot out, which again is why I've got this going on in here, just in case I have problems out there. And I have got backup plants as well, but I don't think I'm going to be taking those plants out and putting fresh ones in. I think for this year I'm just going to leave that and concentrate on this. But in the other greenhouse we did plant up quite a few red cabbages, and again they don't seem to have been touched. The Chinese cabbage is obviously a big favourite amongst slugs and snails. I'll show you what they've done to them. So this is that greenhouse where we put all those Chinese cabbages, and they're pak choys, or what's left of them I should say. But at the back we put those wombok cabbages, and they've been absolutely destroyed. I mean, there is still life in this one in centre. It's trying to regrow fresh, but all the outer leaves, they've made a right mess of them. I mean, even to that extent, which is mad. I don't know if they're going to recover from this, to be fair. Again, that one seems like it is trying. But all these outer leaves, they've had a field day. That one looks like it's been blasted with a shotgun. It's got that many holes in it. The olive leaves didn't really do much to prevent these slugs and snails. The worst one out of the lot is that. Again, that's ironically, it is still trying to regrow, but everything around it has been completely eaten away. And that's a pak choy as well. So, pretty disappointing for this greenhouse. So I'm not going to be planting it back up. I'll hope that a few of these will recover and try and grow on, but I'm not holding much hope out for these pak choys, because they seem to be getting battered more than anything. So it's a good job we've got some in containers for backup. And this is our greenhouse that we planted up last week with those red cabbage, and you can see in comparison to the others, these have not really been touched, which is what I was saying last time when we uploaded a video, that it seems like the slugs and snails don't really care much for red cabbage. They seem to leave them alone, because these are all looking alright. That's a bit skinny, but it's trying. But we've got some good looking plants in here with no damage. And then in this greenhouse, cauliflowers, little bit of leaf damage to them, but these are getting some good size on them now. That one's again had a bit of a beating, but then next to it we've got that one. And these are those first red cabbages we put in, so they're a little bit bigger, and again no damage whatsoever. But next to them, Savoy cabbages. And that's about the only one that looks decent out of those. So when you look at those outside in ground, it's a good job we've got some in here in containers. But we still need to keep us eye on them, because there is the odd leaf that's had a bit of a chew. But all in all, these ones look okay. So you can see what a problem we're having with these cabbages that's in the ground. It's constantly wet and damp now, and that's basically a slug's playground, especially when it's got really tender leaf Chinese cabbages to have a go at. And a couple might pull through, but I think the majority of those are going to be failures this year. So I'm going to stick to what I initially said I would do. This greenhouse, container growing from now until next spring. I won't be putting anything else out in ground when I can see the massive difference it is just by raising them a few feet. And we have got things that's had a little bit or a bite took out of them, but nothing in comparison to what's happening in that greenhouse. So just to ensure that we can get something by end of year, or as we go into next year, we'll just carry on with this container greenhouse. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, always appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel or want to see what else we're going to be doing with containers as we now approach Christmas, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you at next upload. Take care, enjoy your weekend.